Jo, yang presentasi siapa Jo?
I don't know, Miss.
Who are the presenters? Presentersnya siapa ya?
Untuk pertemuan ini Melani sama Abai, Miss.
Oh, Melani sama Abai.
Abai.
Ini Melani ada nggak tadi di kelas sebelumnya? Kayaknya nggak ada ya. Nggak ada kabar.
Nggak ada Miss dia Miss.
Abai kemana sih Laila ini?
Aduh. Masuk kamera. Ada.
Andi.
Topiknya yang mana Fatima untuk minggu ini? Kemarin kalian unit A1 sama A2 atau cuman A2 aja?
A2 aja, Miss, kalau
A2
Siti
aja ya.
sama Fiska kemarin.
Berarti sekarang gilirannya di A3 ya. Ya, cuma satu unit kan kalau translation, kalau di fonologi kan kalian per 2 unit tuh. Ada yang satu unit itu di unit-unit akhir yang materinya banyak. Kalau di translation, since not too much materials, then only 1 unit per pair. Laila is here. Halo Laila, are you ready for your presentation?
Belum sih, Miss.
Nggak ada belum sih Miss ya. Mulai
Itu
dulu. Nanti kalau udah selesai baru Miss tambahin. Yang penting ada. Ready nggak?
belum ready sih, Miss.
PPT-nya ada nggak?
Belum sih, Miss. Lani juga udah ada kabar, Miss.
Ini kalian lewat di meeting hari ini nggak presentasi, nggak dapat nilai ya. Iya, aku kakak. Laila, do you want to present or not?
Oh, Miss.
Kamu mau presentasi atau enggak?
Sorry, Miss. PPT-nya belum bikin, Miss.
Udah lewat ya, berarti ya nggak ada nilai ya, class translation ya. Nanti kalau di akhir dapat E, nggak usah komplain ya. Ngulang lagi di semester pendek nanti. Si Melanie ini kemana? What's her problem? Rasanya dari minggu lalu juga nggak muncul di sini. Where is she? Kemana si Melanie?
Udah di chat, Miss. Nggak dibalas. Ada kabar ya, Miss.
Ada yang mau gantiin mereka berdua nggak untuk presentasi hari ini? Nanti dapat nilainya A+++ nanti.
You lie, Miss.
Aduh, A+ tuh, Miss.
A plusnya
Laila udah lewat dia giliran yang nggak dapat
Dua,
nilai dia di
dua.
kelas ini E, nanti ngulang dia di SP ya.
Jangan.
akhir.
Oke, let's just start the class. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hey, good afternoon class. So we're going to start the class of translation, but there are no presenters of the day, so they are not going to get the grade today, ya. Laila, you have to rejoin the class later in short semester term, ya.
Jangan, Miss.
Si Laila ini pula pasangannya sama Melanie. Kamu nanti kalau nggak presentasi lagi di minggu depan, Laila ya, ngikut ngulang ya nanti ya, SP ya.
Minggu depan, Miss. Presentasinya.
Kamu presentasi, pokoknya gimana caranya, you have to be in touch with Melanie, ya. Presentasiin lagi unit 2, unit A3 ini, di Zoom, ya. Di video, di record, nanti dikirim ke Miss recordingnya. Di-upload di YouTube, kirim ke Miss linknya.
Oke, Miss.
Ditunggu di minggu inilah ya. Kalau lewat dari hari Minggu, nah sudah. Dapat E dan ngulang di SP. Gimana?
Ya, Miss.
Pokoknya harus you have to get Melanie.
Kalau Melanie gak mau, Miss.
Ya udah sendirian berarti kamu. Ya kali si Melanie-nya nggak mau. Pokoknya kalau kamu nggak bisa in touch with Melanie, then you have to do it by yourself. Sendirian, Laila presentasi ya.
Oke, Miss.
Yang presentasi minggu depan juga nggak ada alasan nggak siap ya. Walaupun kalian cuman baca di PPT, at least you have the effort to show your presentation. Oke? Ini mau minta kena marah ini kalian ini ya. Tolong yang lainnya juga di-approach si Melanie itu kemana? Nggak ngikut kelas. Ada bestie-nya nggak di sini si Melanie?
Handi,
Nah,
Miss.
Hamdiwi, Miss. Hamdiwi.
Ngapa aku galau ini, bukan, Miss?
Boyfriendnya
Melanie-nya
Devri,
kemana?
Miss.
Boyfriendnya Depri.
Satunya Devri.
Boyfriend Depri.
Satunya lagi Laila. Oke, kita mulai aja ya. Alright, so last week you have already, Fatima and also Fiska have already presented the materials of translation, especially literal and pre-translation. Yeah. Okay. Let me give you an overview about the translation itself. When I ask you to do the task of translation, ya, actually you can use the AI. Kalian bisa menggunakan artificial intelligence, like for example Google Translate or other translator help. Ya, kalian bisa menggunakan si AI itu seperti Google Translate atau other application. Ya, websites, other trusted website to translate the materials ya. But you have to recheck it again by yourself. Ya, kalian harus mengecek itu lagi. Oke. Kalian cek ulang because sometimes the grammar atau penyusunan kata-katanya itu kadang kurang kurang tepat ya. Because my lecturers last time also taught me when you have to translate a text, you can use the AI and then you recheck it again by yourself ya. Seperti itu sebenarnya. Kalau misalnya nanti kalian ada disuruh jadi penerjemah, misalnya ngenerjemahin jurnal, you can use the AI too. Ya, tapi you have to check, you have to recheck it ya. Because when you translate from Indonesia to English, for example, itu yang Inggrisnya sometimes not grammatically right ya, so you have to recheck the grammar again. Okay, so that's the method in translating, especially because the AI really helps you in translating. Makanya the AI itu exists because it helps you in translating the document or any other text ya. Alright, so in Unit 3 we have the unit of translation. Yeah. So here in Unit 2 focus on the age-old translation strategies such as literal and free translation. Okay, and here, yeah, to the extent these strategies are linked to different translation units. Literal being very much centered on adherence to the individual word. Ya, kalau literal dia tergantung dengan individual word atau kata masing-masing kata, ya translate atau terjemahan di masing-masing kata. Meanwhile, free translation aims at capturing the sense of a longer stretch of a language. Free itu berkaitan dengan makna, ya yang penting maknanya dapat ketika ditranslatekan. Meanwhile, in this unit you will begin to examine more systematic approaches to the unit of translation. Jadi dia lebih ke other methods in translating text. Okay. At the concept box, we have the unit of translation. This term refers to the linguistic level at which source translation is recodified in TL. Yeah, in other words, the element used by translator when working on the ST or source text. So it may be the individual word, group, clause, sentence, or even the whole text. Ya, jadi masih berkaitan dengan individual word, group, clause, sentence, ataupun whole text ya in this unit of translation. The second one, we have the linguistic side. The famous Swiss linguist Ferdinand invented the linguistic term sign that unifies signifier and signified. Jadi ada yang namanya signifier atau sound, image, or word, and then we have signified or the concept. Importantly, Saussure emphasizes that the sign is by nature arbitrary and can only derive meaning from contrast with other signs in the same system language. Jadi di sini berkaitan dengan sign ya. Sign atau what do you say sign in bahasa? Sign bahasa Indonesia-nya apa?
Tanda tangan.
Bukan tanda tangan. Sign itu misalnya gambar ya. Ada gambar nih misalnya kayak gambar yang jangan merokok. Itu ketika
lambang itu,
gambarnya
Miss.
lambang. Nah, ketika lambang atau gambar tersebut diartikan, oh ini tuh artinya no smoking. Nah, si sign itu bisa ditranslatekan menjadi kata-kata. Misalnya apalagi toilet tuh ya. Saya toilet yang cewek, ada gambar cewek. Oh, berarti ini adalah toilet for women gitu. Nah, jadi si sign ini can be ya, sign ini berupa sound, image, or word, can be translated, ya, bisa ditranslatekan. Nah, di sini sign is by nature arbitrary and can only derive meaning from contrast. Nah, biasanya sign ini artinya itu arbitrary, ya, atau memang sudah udah itulah artinya. Misalnya kalau toilet tadi kan bentuk gambarnya cewek tuh. Nah, berarti udah artinya this is the toilet for women. Dia nggak ada arti lain selain toilet, ya, gitu. And then, okay. Okay, does the signifier free recalls the real word signified plant with a trunk? It can be contrasted with signifiers such as bush, a different kind of plant. Nah, di sini nih, misalnya contohnya kayak mengartikan tanaman, tanaman dengan cabang ya, trunk. Bisa dikontras dengan signifier as a bush, a different kind of plant. Jadi dia bisa menggunakan kata lain, ya. Instead of saying the trunk, it can also be the bush there.
Report.
Okay, here Vinay and Belnet reject the word as a unit of translation, since translators focus on the semantic field rather than on the formal properties of the individual signifier. Nah, di sini unit of translation ini sendiri menurut translator itu lebih fokus ke most of translator itu lebih fokus ke semantic field-nya. Semantic field itu berarti dia berkaitan dengan maknanya compare to their own word dibandingkan dengan kata-kata apa arti dari kata-kata tersebut atau individual word. Jadi dia lebih ke makna. Nah, for them, the unit is the smallest segment of the utterance whose sign are linked in such a way and they should not be translated individually. Nah, jadi makanya si sign ini tidak bisa diartikan satu-satu gitu. Jadi dia lebih ke semantic field-nya in which sign tersebut must be translated based on their use, ya, or the semantic meaning, ya. Jadi makna asli dari si sign tersebut. And then we have lexicological unit. The lexicological unit described by Vinay and Belnet contain lexical elements group together to form a single element of thought. Leksis itu artinya kata, ya. Jadi lexicological unit ini juga berarti unit atau kata-kata, ya. Nah, here the traditional structure of dictionaries, which divides a language into head words, means that individual words do tend to be treated in isolation, being divided into different senses. Nah, jadi kan kata-kata itu memiliki arti yang berbeda. Misalnya dia ada akhiran dan ada awalan. Ketika kata tersebut berdiri sendiri, artinya misalnya seperti ini. Tapi ketika ditambahin suffix, artinya berbeda lagi. Misalnya apa? Kalau misalnya, for example, what word kira-kira? Can you give me example kata yang belum ada suffix and prefix and suffix? Prefix itu awalan, suffix itu akhiran. Coba mention a word, satu kata. Yang kalau misalnya dia ditambahin akhiran dan awalan itu akan berbeda arti. Jo, I see that you are thinking. Can you give me example? Dek, bahasa semua, Dek. No. Can anyone give example? For example, like this, in the word responsible. Responsible artinya bertanggung jawab, ya. Responsibility artinya apa? Responsibility. Kemampuan untuk bertanggung jawab gitu. Nah, jadi dia ada asal katanya, root ya atau akar kata kalau di kamus itu. Terus nanti kalau misalnya dia jadi ditambahin akhiran itu akan berubah lagi. Atau misalnya kayak gini, go artinya pergi. Ketika dia ditambahin gone artinya telah pergi gitu. Nah, itu namanya lexicological unit. Jadi tiap kata itu akan berbeda, memiliki arti yang berbeda ketika ada tambahan prefix atau suffix ya, awalan atau akhiran ya, atau dia berubah dari present ke past, future and so on. Ya. Alright. Maka lagi ngapain? Oke, can you find the meaning of collocation? Ada yang tahu nggak collocation itu apa? Collocation. Can anyone tell me? Ada yang tahu nggak? How do you say collocation in bahasa? Hamdiwi? Siti?
Mungkin kolokasi, Miss.
Kolokasi,
Collocation.
kata lainnya apa? Contohnya apa contohnya? Contoh collocation apa?
Kolokasi itu yang artinya sama gitu ya, Miss. Mungkin kayak ayah dengan bapak mungkin, Miss.
Okay, the same different words but the same meaning. Okay, how about in English? Can you find some words that have the same terms? Kata yang berbeda tapi memiliki arti yang sama dalam bahasa Inggris. Apa tuh misalnya?
Mungkin chair dengan seat, Miss.
Apa?
Sama-sama tempat duduk, chair and
Chair
seat.
and seat. Oke, chair and seat. Alright, Jo. Misalnya satu-satu ya, Jo.
Wait, Miss.
Faira?
Sinonim, Miss.
Yes, Deza.
Miss,
Sinonim.
Miss.
Ya, Jo.
Alone and lonely.
Hah?
Sendiri sama merasa sendiri. Alone and lonely.
Alone and lonely. Ya, oke. Tapi di penggunaannya ketika dalam kalimat berbeda ya. Maknanya akan berbeda sedikit ya. Oke, next. Deza?
No, Miss.
Faira? Evin? Hamdi? Novela? Almira? Maria?
Saya, Miss.
Maria? Ade? Sandrina?
Aku, Miss.
The example of collocation in English. Oke, Novela.
Leather, surat, leather, huruf. Apa sih? Letter.
No, dia itu katanya sama. Katanya berbeda, tapi artinya sama. Kalau letter sama leather kan beda. Kalau letter artinya surat. Leather, apa tadi? Satunya feather. Feather ya? Feather bulu.
Apa, Miss?
Tadi apa contohnya? Leather sama apa? Letter sama apa?
Huruf sama surat.
Apa?
Huruf sama surat.
Burung sama surat.
Huruf.
Huruf
Huruf.
sama surat. Oke, letter and letter. Oke. Next. Apakah?
Sick and ill, Miss.
What, Kaira?
Sick and ill.
It and
Sick and ill.
Oke, sick and ill. Next.
Miss, Miss,
Iya, ambil. Semua,
Yes.
sana ambil. Amdiwi.
yes. Kalau
Ganti baju.
leader and leadership, Miss.
Leader and leadership. Beda. Leader kan pemimpin.
Leader
Leadership
pemimpin.
kepemimpinan.
Pimpinan. Beda ya?
Different. Oh my God.
Beda.
Others. Oke, next. Siapa lagi? Ayo, yang dari tadi nggak on cam ya. Maria.
Miss, kalau quit sama stop,
What?
quit sama stop.
Quiet. Quiet and
Stop.
can you type it in chat? Basah dek bajunya dek. Ganti dulu. Diketik di chat Maria.
Wonderful sama amazing, Miss.
Oke, quit and stop. Next.
Miss, how
Yes.
about made and make?
Made and make.
Yes, made and make.
Made itu kan kata kerja kedua dari make. So what's the difference?
Miss kalau wonderful sama amazing.
Wonderful and
Amazing.
amazing. All right. Next. Kevin. Laila. Kayak nggak ada lagi ya yang mau give example ya. Almira, Sandrina.
Kalau have sama Miss,
Devri, your examples? Oke, yang nggak ngomong, you won't get any plus point ya. Oke, I'm going to continue. Okay, the first was the lexicological unit. Yeah, so it's the meaning of word in its individual meaning. The second one, we have the unit of thought. Okay. All right. If we focus on the first line of the ST or the source text, because this is in Spanish to English, yeah, it's quite difficult to understand, but probably it will be more easier if the text is in English to Bahasa, for example, yeah. Okay, our particular interest is in the expression. The first two have established equivalence in this scientific context. Okay, outbreak and foot and mouth disease respectively. Okay, in this translation unit, a multi-word lexicological unit and translated accordingly as foot and mouth disease. Okay, a moment ya, bentar ya.
Jonan, Depri, ngapain kalian nih?
Okay, I'd like you to find out the idea of the unit of thought as a prelude of the analysis and also the translation at different unit summary. Yeah, after that, I'm going to ask you about that. Please not to leave the Zoom meeting, yeah, because I'm still asking you about doing this. Please find out the interpretation or the understanding about the units first, yeah.
Agak pusing ya guys.
Ngomong pula.
Kau ngerti dah Andi. Senyum-senyum.
Jangan nanya aku.
Iya, Handi. Sok im.
Awa awa awa.
Gajah ngerti dah.
Napo?
Ajarin dong sepupu, sepuh. Nah, Lani, join lah Lani.
Lani mengetik.
Have you finished?
Finish, Miss.
Okay. Who is this? Do you want to explain about that?
Yes, but I'm not sure it's true.
Okay, go on, Almira.
Yes. Wait a second, Miss. Units of thought. The
Thought.
process
Thought.
thought. The process of thought depends on several devices or units of thoughts, image, symbols, image, a visual mental representation of specific event or objects. The representation is not usually an exact copy, rather it contains only the highlight of the original. Who died when he was 7, he was a portrait of photo. Wait a second. Another abstract unit of thought is a symbol, a sound object or design that represent an object or quality. The most common symbol in thinking are words. Every word is a symbol that stands for something other than itself. An image represents a specific sight or sound, but symbol may have a number of meaning. When we think of a concept, we often think of a representative example of it. When you think of vehicle, for example, you may picture a car or truck. This representation is called a prototype. I think that's all, Miss. I don't know if it's true or false.
Okay, so that was the unit of thought. Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
How about other units?
I'm just search the unit.
All right, others?
Miss, Deza, Miss.
Okay, Deza, go on.
Linguistic, psychology, and literature.
What is it? Which one? Yang mana?
Itu apa tadi, Miss? Unit of touch.
Tadi.
The concept.
Okay, the unit of thought. Ya, kenapa? Dengan linguistic and others.
The concept of a unit of touch is fundamental in various fields such as linguistics, psychology, and literature.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay, others? To explain the rest of the units. Ngapain? Siti? Faira?
Yes, Miss.
Ya. Do you want to say something?
No, Miss, I'm not understand.
The others? All right, I will just continue with the unit of thought, yeah. Okay, you see on this page, on page 20, when it comes to the word, the word in French, yeah, it can clearly be seen that it's impossible to translate the word individually. So, a translator needs to consider the whole structure. So, sometimes we cannot just translate the word literally, word per word, but you have to see the whole context or the whole sentence. Yeah, you cannot just partially translate it. Jadi harus whole structure atau per kalimat. Kadang kan misalnya kalian nanya arti apa gitu ya. Arti the word rhyme, for example. I cannot just directly translate it into irama, but I have to hear the whole sentence first to analyze the meaning. Jadi kita kadang nggak bisa ngertiin kata itu secara langsung word per word, tapi we have to also use the context ya, melihat konteksnya baru bisa mengartikan apa arti dari kata tersebut ya. And its politeness function in context before translating. It is such instances that restructuring function restructuring is most likely to occur. In this case, the English politeness formula prefers a passive and addition to the adverb kindly in order to reduce any abruptness that might be caused by a literal translation. Ya, jadi that's why it is important to use the semantic segments in this unit to understand the meaning of the words. Jadi harus ke maknanya ya, atau makna konteks, whole konteks tersebut. Yaitu the unit of thoughts ya. Jadi dia lebih, we cannot just translate the words individually, but we have to see the context or the whole context of a sentence or the rest of the text. All right, the unit of translation as a prelude to analysis. Ada yang mau ngejelasin yang bagian ini? Tadi the unit of thought, Almira and Deza has give some thought about it. Now, how about the unit of translation as a prelude to analysis? Okay, in this unit, you can see the example A34A. Coba dibaca, Maria. Would you read this example, Maria?
Which Maria?
This one, example A34A, traveling from Heathrow.
Bentar, Miss, pecah-pecah ini. Example A3, traveling from Heathrow. There are easy to follow instructions on the large self-service touch screen ticket machine.
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 Okay. So before reading further, imagine you have been asked to translate this poster into your first language or main foreign language. Ketika kalian, ketika ngelihat poster ini, coba kalian translatekan ke bahasa Indonesia. Translate this poster into bahasa Indonesia now. Traveling from Heathrow, there are easy to follow instructions on the larger self-service touchscreen ticket machines. Anyone want to translate this? Translate this poster into your first language, which is bahasa. Write down your translation and make a note. Okay, no need. Okay, just translate this one. Anyone wants to translate? Ayo, yang dari tadi belum ada kontribusinya, ngomong ya, yang diem-diem aja. Anyone? Devri, Ade, Nisa. Udah Kak, nggak usah berisik Kak, nanti dulu. Nah itu nah. Nah. Kentut. Ini yang aktif cuman berapa orang ya? Gak ada yang mau translate ini? Jo?
Wait, Miss. Wait. Ini artinya kan, Miss?
Yes, just the translation into bahasa.
Miss.
Gak
Siti mau, Miss.
Oke, Siti, go on.
Yang traveling from Heathrow itu ya, Miss?
Nanti Umi lagi ngajar.
Nah, aku aja Mbak Siti, aku aja.
Yaudah,
Aku udah
aku aja
selesai
deh.
ya. Aku udah selesai
Belum.
nih.
Andi
Aku
aja
udah.
deh. Ih. Jadi aku apa kawan di?
Ya, aku aja. Aku udah lo translate-nya.
Udah, aku aja ya.
Ini apa tadi, bepergian dan kok salah? Bepergian ke Heathrow, terdapat petunjuk yang mudah diikuti pada mesin tiket layar sentuh swalayan yang lebih besar.
Ada yang berbeda? Ada yang lain, Siti? Sama?
Hampir sama sih, Miss.
Coba.
Sedang bepergian ke Heathrow, ada mesin instruksi yang cukup mudah diikuti di mesin swalayan layar sentuh, mesin
Yang
tiket swalayan layar sentuh yang lebih besar.
Ada supermarketnya di situ ya?
Nggak ada, Miss.
Gak ada.
Swalayan ya, Miss.
From Heathrow.
Swalayan, Miss.
Swalayan, Miss.
Swalayan. Di mana swalayannya?
Swalayan itu self-service gitu, Miss. Bahasa Indonesianya
Yes,
self-service.
Self-service itu. Kalian ngerti di mana Google ya?
Dari Google, Miss.
Coba lihat sendiri, ini kan mudah tuh bahasanya. Traveling from Heathrow, berpergian dari
Berpergian dari Heathrow.
ada There are easy to follow instruction. There are easy to follow instruction. Kalau literally ada instruksi
Ada instruksi yang
Mudah
sangat mudah,
diikuti.
yang mudah diikuti.
yang mudah diikuti.
On the
Ya.
larger self-service touchscreen ticket machine, mesin tiket self-service.
Mesin yang tiket yang
Wait.
mesin tiket self-service yang
Mesin tiket
Layar sentuh.
layar sentuh. Self-service-nya di mana nih? Mesin tiket
Self-service, layar
mesin
sentuh.
tiket self-service
Yes, Wak.
layar sentuh
Mesin
yang
tiket.
lebih besar.
Ya.
Gitu ya. Self-service-nya
Ya.
kalau di bahasa Indonesia kan jadi apa?
Swalayan, Miss.
Enggak swalayan.
Swalayan, Miss.
Ya self-service ya. Penyayat.
Melayani diri sendiri.
Iya. Itu
Self-service.
literal tapi melayani diri sendiri.
A translator
Melayani diri sendiri.
approaching this short text will most probably break it down into the title. Ya, jadi mereka sebagai translator itu dia biasanya kita bagi menjadi dua. Traveling from Heathrow itu sebagai title atau first sentence, and then the rest, the instruction will be second sentence. While that sentence will be taken as a whole. It might also in turn be subdivided more or less as follows. Nah, di sini dia di slash. There are berarti ada, easy to follow, mudah diikuti, instruksi yang mudah diikuti di mesin tiket touchscreen yang lebih besar. Situ. Nah, this one here, the slashes indicate small word groups with a distinct semantic meaning that might be considered separately, while brackets enclose larger units that a practice translator is likely to translate as a whole. Nah, jadi yang di slash ini dia merupakan word group ya yang ditranslate sendiri-sendiri ya, atau dia mentranslate-nya in literal. Meanwhile yang di dalam kurung ini dia mentranslate-nya translate as a whole. Jadi makna keseluruhan dari kalimat itu, bukan per word ya. Meanwhile, the actual French on the poster indicates how this operates in real life. Oke, karena dia bahasanya Prancis, so it's quite hard ya to give this as an example. The title is translated as a question, but with grammatical subject filled out, you leave from Heathrow, the second sentence has been restructured to produce an instruction that functions in French. Nah, the different ST to TT elements line up as follow with standing for an omission. Jadi sometimes ada kata yang tidak harus diartikan ketika kita mentranslate ya, namanya omission atau kita omit kata tersebut. Jadi ya kayak yang minggu lalu misalnya saya adalah I am a student. Saya adalah seorang mahasiswa. Adalah dan seorang itu bisa diomit karena we don't need that. Itu tidak bermakna apapun kan, karena hanya kata adalah dan seorang. Kalian bisa langsung aja bilang saya adalah atau saya mahasiswa. That's it. Itu maknanya. Ya, orang udah ngerti that you are student like that. Nah, itu disebut omission atau zero translation, ya. It's clear that the French has translated the larger service ticket machine as a single unit. Jadi dia satu makna ya, larger self-service ticket machine with the solid sounding, okay, incorporating by implication not only on the concept but also perhaps the comparator. Okay, there are two additions in the target translation to reassure the reader that the instructions will be easy to follow for them in their own language. Yeah, which has taken over the function of the English existential verb from there are. Jadi untuk membuat bahasa tersebut tidak terlalu baku atau easy to understand, so sometimes you have to omit some words there. Ya, jadi hanya maknanya saja yang diartikan berdasarkan makna, no need to be literally. Okay, translation at different level. Peter Newmark discusses translation using in part a scale that has become well established in linguistics with the work of, it should be noted that Halliday linguistics also informs much of Mona Baker's influence here, which to examines translation at different level. It is level of equivalence at the level of word, collocation, and idiom, grammar, thematic, and information structure, cohesion, and pragmatics. Jadi dia membagi translation itu atas beberapa level ya. Pertama itu level leksis atau word, kata-kata, per kata. Jadi, and then collocation. Ya, jadi misalnya kalian mentranslate dari English to English translation menggunakan collocation tadi. Ya, misalnya ya kayak kata Siti, misalnya dalam bahasa Indonesia bapak itu ayah gitu ya. And then ya collocation and idiom, grammar, thematic, information structure, cohesion, and pragmatics. Nah, di sini ada hierarchical rank scale-nya. Contohnya misalnya arrive. Ditambahin ing jadi arriving gitu ya. Word and groups are the ranks that we have discussed most so far in this unit, but the focus on the clause as a representation of meaning in a communicative context. Okay, Newmark is on the sentence as the natural unit of translation. States that transposition and rearrangements may often occur, but that a sentence would not normally be divided unless there was good reason. Ya, jadi ada yang namanya rearrangements atau kalimat tersebut diatur ulang ya, especially when you are translating from the same language like English to English, for example. Ya, for example, you have to explain the meaning of a father, then you have to explain it in a whole sentence. Ya, kalian mentranslate si ayah atau father ini dalam bahasa Inggris juga itu dia jadi sentence. Ya. Nah, itu di translation at different level. So, it is from word, collocation, grammar, sampai dia naik ke pragmatik. Kalau pragmatik itu hidden meaning. Ya, kalian sudah menganalisa terjemahannya menggunakan hidden meaning. Gitu. Atau implied meaning. Jadi, meaningnya tidak tertera di sana. Bukan literal meaning. Tapi you have to think out of the box. Kira-kira makna tersebut apa. Misalnya, kayak kalian menganalisa lagu ya, misalnya kayak kakak tingkat kalian nih, misalnya itu yang dianalisa harus out of the box atau in pragmatical way ya. Kalian harus melihat hidden meaning yang tertera di situ, nggak cuman word per word yang tertera, tapi juga harus menganalisa berdasarkan background si penyanyi gitu misalnya. Nah, itu di pragmatiknya, like that. Okay, that's it, I think. Any questions? Fatima?
No, Miss.
Amdiwi, ini yang nggak pernah ngomong ini ya. Nanti kalau nilainya C, please not to complain. I will give you another text to translate. Nanti ada teks lagi yang akan ditranslatekan. Oke, yang punya kalian karena baru Miss buka uploadnya semalam, jadi belum Miss cek. Ada yang ngertiin Burger King itu jadi raja burger nggak? Ada nggak?
No, Miss. Tidak, Miss.
No, Miss. No, Miss.
Ada yang ngertiin Whopper ke bahasa Indonesia nggak?
No, Miss.
No, Miss.
Nanti Miss cek ya, itu kalau ada yang ngertiin Burger King jadi raja burger and so on. I will give you quite the same text. Jadi tugas kalian di kelas ini tuh mentranslate. Tiap meeting ada translate, ada teks yang harus kalian translatekan ya. If I say you can use Google Translate, does not mean that you have to accept the translation rawly ya. Kalian tidak boleh menganggap translatean itu sudah benar. Jadi kalian kayak tadi kan swalayan, Miss. Ini apa namanya, self-service gitu. Jadi harus kalian benar-benar cari lagi, oh self-service itu apa gitu. Bahasa yang enak didengarnya tuh apa jadi gitu. Ya.
Alright, Miss.
So it must
Oke,
be
Miss.
on the semantic segment or the meaning itself, ya, makna dari kata tersebut. Oke, nggak usah pakai literal or free translation, langsung aja based on this unit you have to translate it by the whole text, ya, not word per word translation. Oke, jadi harus berdasarkan maknanya yang bisa diambil. Tapi kalau misalnya kalian ngambilnya dari Google Translate mentah-mentah, itu kan ketahuan tuh, berarti tugas kalian sama semua gitu nanti. Hasilnya, ya. Oke, no question? Nggak ada
No,
pertanyaan?
No,
Miss.
Miss.
No
Sorry,
question?
Miss, yang mana tadi yang mau ditranslate?
Nanti Fatima, Miss
Oh,
kirimin.
belum ya?
Not yet.
Semangat
Oh,
nih, Yan.
Oke,
Mbak
Miss.
belum
Siti.
dikirim jadi
Semangat,
Miss ya.
Yan, Mbak.
Kirain sudah dibilang tadi.
Not teks lah ya. Miss kirimin ya.
Alright, Miss.
Ya boleh, oke, good.
Alright, Miss.
Okay, if no more questions, I'd like to see your attendance here first. Please show your face on cam. Yang mukanya masih nggak kelihatan juga, Miss anggap nggak hadir ya.
Wait, Miss.
Si Laila hilang ya. Ini si Melani bales di grup tapi nggak ada masuk ke sini.
Wait a second, Miss.
Aira, oh si Laila belajar tuh banyak kertas di depannya. Reza Fiska, mana Fiska? Siti, where is Fiska?
I don't know, Miss.
Pika kemana nih? Pika tadi ada, hilang. Ade, Nisa.
Present, Miss.
Oke, Maria. Faira. Pika. Faira, where are you, Fai? Cowoknya cuman ini ya, kalian yang nggak ada lagi ya. Cuman berlima ya.
Iya, Miss.
Oke. Faira ini mau muncul atau enggak ini? Oke, please wait for the assignment ya. Alright, that's all for today's meeting for translation class. Thank you very much for coming to the Zoom meeting. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Don't forget like.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, Miss.
This week you will get your SP ya. Laila, do you get me? Kalau Melani nggak presentasi, kamu presentasi sendirian. Oke? Alright, bye-bye. Have a good day.
Have a good day, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
Have a good day, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.